The World Health Organization, the UN's health body, declares a global health emergency when a situation is regarded as serious, unusual or unexpected. It must also have regional or global implications and may require immediate international action. In this case, the WHO has responded to a spike in the number of suspected cases of a birth defect called microcephaly in Brazil. It doesn't know exactly how many cases there have been, but it strongly suspects the Zika virus is the cause.
A coordinated international response is needed to improve surveillance, the detection of infections, congenital malformations, the detection of neurological complications.
It's these babies born with birth defects over the last few months in northern Brazil who are at the centre of the emergency. Initially, 4,180 suspected cases of microcephaly were reported. Of those, only 270 have been confirmed, but there are fears these numbers will grow.
There are two major questions that need to be answered. Why the outbreak in Brazil is so big, and is the link, the possible link between Zika infection and microcephaly, is that real? Will scientific data support that? And this is what declaring an emergency will allow. It releases funds, it releases resources so that people can study and answer these questions.
Until they have those answers, governments in the region are stepping up fumigation and eradication programs against the mosquito which transmits the Zika virus. They're also recommending women delay getting pregnant where possible, though the governments themselves are also being blamed for helping to create the problem.
In 1970, that mosquito had been wiped out of Brazil. But the Brazilians let down their guard, the mosquito came back, and they created a tinderbox for which Zika was just the match. It really is their own fault that this has come about.
The WHO has declared emergencies of this type before in response to swine flu, polio and Ebola. But last time when Ebola swept through West Africa, it was criticised for being slow and ineffective, possibly costing thousands of lives. Since then, the WHO has made changes it says makes it more responsive, and it has now acted swiftly in declaring an emergency. But it will be its handling of the situation in Brazil and the wider Americas over the coming months that will be the real test.